Is it possible to build muscles and burn fat simultaneously? Would you like to know if you fall in the category of these 6 to see if you can build muscles and burn fat? Well, let's find out. Let's go to number 1, the beginner. Now, the beginner, what that means is if you haven't trained before and you start working out and the proper training and nutrition is in place, it is possible to burn somewhere between 6 to 15 pounds on muscles and burn fat at the same time. Multiple studies over the years have shown that this is possible in the beginning phase. Now, unfortunately, that's only like for the first 8 to 12 months, and then the whole process is slowing down. Number 2, the D trainees. Now, what that means is if you have been training for a few years and then you decide to take a break, and then after 6 to 12 months you decide to work out again. Now, because of muscle memory, you are able to gain the muscle back much quicker and burn fat than an advanced athlete. Number 3. Now that's what's getting interesting, because an overweight person, obese person, let's say 35% body fat and up, there's a great phenomenon because that person can actually use body fat as fuel without being in a calorie surplus. Because they have so much body fat, the body is using the fat as fuel to lift and weights in the gym, and that way you can build muscles. Because if you think about it, fat is nothing else than like a battery, like it's stored energy. So for emergency purposes, when we need the energy, the body is using it from the fat and uses this to, in this case, lift weights. Now that way you can build muscles quick and burn fat. And the beauty of the thing is you don't have to be in a calorie surplus. You don't have to consume extra calories to build muscles because you have enough fat. The body will take the energy from there to lift the weight. So it's a nice exchange. Oh, and by the way, so sometimes, for obese people, the weight might not change a lot because they burn fat and build muscles at the same time. But when you look in the mirror and you do like a body fat percentage calculation, you actually will see that your body fat will drop dramatically. Number 4, my number 4 is a no-brainer. If you take steroids, and you have an overdose on hormones, and you have enough amino acids and protein and the right stimulation on your muscles, the body has just no choice. It will respond and you gain muscles very quick. Number 5, now the advanced athlete. Now, the advanced athlete is somebody who trains for years. I'm falling this category. Now here's getting interesting and a little tricky, because if an advanced athlete has a low body fat percentage, let's say a single-digit number, like below 10%, the body cannot use any fat, as fuel because there's not much there. And also when it gets down to single digit, the body is holding on to it. It doesn't want to give away the last percentage on fat deposits. So that's what's getting tricky. But I'm doing it since many years, and there is a trick, and yes, it does work even for advanced athletes. Let me explain. You do cardio in a fasting state on an empty stomach, and on those days you eat less. Now, in other words, you're going to be in a calorie deficiency of 500 calories as an example, and you also do your cardio on those days. You keep it separate from the lifting, okay? On the days where you lift weights, you do strength training, you're gonna be in a calorie surplus. So you're gonna eat a little more and you do your lifting. Now that way, depending on the schedule, of course, you can do it like a day on and off with a break in between. But the moral of the story is it is possible, and depending on your schedule, you can gain muscles and burn fat at the same time. Now, I do understand it's not like a serious bulking phase where you gain like 20 pounds in like 4 or 5 months, but you still be able to gain, about 3 to 5 pounds on pure muscles per year, but at the same time you stay lean. Especially if you're a fitness model, or or if you're a spokesmodel, or you have to be fit, or you're getting ready for shoot. If the photographer is calling you and you're 2 weeks out, you don't have time to diet for 3 months. You need to be ready. So a lot of fitness models, they actually work that way. So, it's pretty simple. So it does work. And genetically gifted one. Okay, so these are the lucky ones because those people are born with more muscle fibers. And yes, you know, like as an example, a good friend of mine, by now he's a professional bodybuilder, but I'm not even kidding you, when he started working out, or let's say before he started working out, I'm 5'10", 200 pounds. He already had a natural physique. He had so many muscle fibers already before he started lifting, he already looked like me. And by the time he started lifting seriously, that guy was blowing up. It's crazy. Now, depending on, you know, there's just nothing you can do. You know, depending on genetics, that will determine also how fast you can burn fat and build muscles. And yeah, overall, you know, if you fall in one of these categories, then I guess that's good news for you, because a lot of people think, oh, it's not possible, it's either or, you know, you have to, you know, eat a lot of food and gain fat in order to, you know, gain muscles. Well, it's not true. I mean, there's many ways, and there's many studies. You know, do your homework, go online. There's many studies that actually prove that even advanced athletes, you know, are able to put on size. It all comes down to how, you know, the nutrition, the timing, and I'm the living example. I'm doing this since many years without gaining too much, and it does work. So if you like this video, you know, share and give me a like, because it will help me on my YouTube traffic. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'm happy to answer it. And thanks for watching.